Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and today I'm going to circle back to these Blue Point utility knives. They sell them in a set or individually, and I actually ordered this one a long time ago and was accidentally sent this one by Snap-on, and then they fixed the order and then sent me this, so I ended up with both of these, and so I was losing sleep at night because I didn't have the full set, so I went ahead and ordered the third one, this guy here, and it turns out that the one that was accidentally sent to me, this guy here, I absolutely love this thing, and it's turned into a go-to tool. I've used it for tons of different projects, and there's just something about it that's just outstanding. It's similar. This was one of my original go-tos. One of these painter tools. I had the Husky one. I've actually had several of these and give them away and lose them. They're not expensive. Solid little pry bar, scraper, a bit of a knife, tiny little tip here to get into things. This is for scraping paint off a roller. You can pound on it, you can pound with it. They're just super durable, but also, sacrificial. Not disposable, because they often last forever, but you're not worried if you're banging on it. You can regrind these. Just phenomenal tools. Definitely have one, but this one's paper thin yet quite strong, really sturdy. Does taper out pretty close to a knife edge, and actually you grind it to a knife edge if you want it, or use even a ceramic or stone sharpener just to put a little bit more edge on it. It's not a chisel. I mean, it's not a a tapered edge like this is. It seems to be ground from mostly, well, I think might be from both edges anyway, but it's not going to cut you. Anyway, the way this thing works seems to just be a winner. The way you can slice with it, you can run it down cracks, you can pry with it, you can, just the other day I was doing some painting and I had to clean up some deformities in a wall, and I could just slice this, up and down, very gently, and just clean up the surface I was going to paint. Used it in tub work, tile work, just enough that if I'm assembling a little toolbox to go out for some task, I'll throw it in there. This would be the second one, and this is. I should give you the numbers on these to make sure you get the right ones. This is they all start with US. This is the 712. This is the 711 or 711, 712, and then this one here is the 710. I probably should. So 710, all US, US 710, US 711, US 712. But the Snap-on website had these two reversed, so I ordered this one, got this one, then they had to send me this one, even though the website, if you click it, will take you to the wrong one. This one I've started using, not quite as much yet. This is the third one that I wanted to complete the set. It's kind of an unusual knife, I guess if you were cleaning oysters or something, or maybe seals. I've tried to use it a few times, and I just go back to this guy. This one also super handy, and it's a little more flexible for some reason, even though it's fairly thin. You can see that. Less metal, I guess. But it's a good extension of your hand when you're doing a lot of little tasks. It's just super convenient. Not super sharp, but it will cut things on both sides. The tip is a little blunt. So it works as a pry bar without, even a very fine one, without actually chipping the tip off. But I've reefed pretty hard on this little tiny fin that sticks out, and I haven't bent it yet. The handles, they are on the big side, but it hasn't stopped me from sliding up against something. A lot of times I might use a razor blade to, scrape things off. That's only if this doesn't work, and a lot of times this works just fine unless it's on glass or really stuck. And a lot of times I might use my utility knife like the Snap-on, but that's only when this thing fails to cut. Or if it's, I'm solid dedicated cutting, I'll go with something like this. But otherwise, this does a really good job. If you want to slice sealants like silicone or something, it works great. I wouldn't pry a paint can open with it. This is actually designed to do that. It's thick enough that you could probably get away with it, but usually I use a dedicated pry bar for that, so I don't mess up my tool on a stupid job like opening a paint can. But if you have any curiosity about these, I got this accidentally, and I'm very glad I did, and this has turned into one of my favorite tools for a lot of jobs. So definitely consider it. I can't remember, about $22, $24 or something a piece, or you can buy the whole set. I think it was under 50 bucks. So if you think you might use the other ones, great. But I mean, this is just an outstanding tool. And with that, Doc out.